I'm Bree, and this is TJ. In 2017, we decided to break away from the norm and travel the US in our custom 4x4 van and Airstream. We loaded up our two dogs, Madly and Brody, and hit the road. We quickly realized life on the road is full of surprises, and our name-embracing Detours fit our new life perfectly. Please subscribe, and welcome to the adventure. Found our next boondocking spot. We just moved north about an hour up to Leadville and are staying in, I believe it's some national forest land with some pretty, not quite as good of views as last time, but it's still gorgeous around here. What do you think? Do you approve? Are there chipmunks here? Are they in the trees? Where are the chipmunks? What do you think? Well, the first thing on the agenda in Leadville is making a big pot of chili. We are here in late September. We're quite a bit over 10,000 feet in elevation, so it's getting pretty cold here, and a big pot of chili I think is going to be really nice. Chili is done. I've eaten some of it already for lunch. And yeah, I think we're gonna head into Leadville now. So to those that ask how we secure our solar panels when we leave, we take a bike lock.
And show my code.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, and we lock it up.
So many of you might think that, that kind of flimsy lock and the lightweight metal frame of the solar panels isn't top security or high security, but I'm of the train of thought that anything that makes it harder for somebody to steal is a benefit.
Right. Gives them...
if you just left it out there and they could just walk by and pick it up, it's going to go much faster than if they look at it and see a lock on there. And of course, if somebody wants it bad enough, they're going to take it, and it is what it is, but you can't stop it. So.
But those things will give people pause, right?
Exactly.
It'll make people stop and say, maybe not worth the effort. On a side note, it's extremely hard to breathe at 10,000 feet.
When you're not used to being at 10,000 feet, which we've been here for a few days in 9,200 to 10,000 feet, but yeah, doing the slightest chore.
It's like locking up the solar panels.
It's much more difficult at 10,000 feet.
It really does, yeah. All right, let's go see Leadville. Leadville is a former silver mining town founded in the late 19th century. The town gained its name when early miners in the area discovered cerussite, a lead mineral with a high silver content, and traced it back to its source, present-day Leadville. First impressions of Leadville?
Looks like it's going to be a cute little town.
As we drive into Leadville's historic district surrounded by old buildings that survived the town's colorful past, we're transported in time back to the rowdy days of the late 1800s. In 1878, Leadville had the reputation as one of the most lawless towns in the West. Some of the more well-known characters that helped shape this town's history include Doc Holliday, Buffalo Bill Cody, and the unsinkable Molly Brown, among many others. It's a historic town full of fascinating Wild West stories. Is that our new tow vehicle? Did you get us a new tow vehicle and didn't tell me? So, funny story about earth roamers, that beast behind me. When we were trying to figure out what rig we wanted, when we were planning to hit the road, TJ found the earth roamers and said, "I found it." And he showed me a YouTube video and I instantly fell in love with them. And then I looked at the price and they're crazy expensive. They're like, on the low end, they're like $500,000, right?
They start at $500,000.
I was like, why did you do that to me? He totally teased me and got me super excited about an earth roamer. And then I realized that there was no way that was ever going to happen. That's my earth roamer story. So Leadville's claim to fame is being the highest city in the United States at, I think, just under 10,200 feet in elevation.
Is it the highest city in the United States or highest city in the lower 48?
It's one of those. Just outside of town here, you can actually see the highest mountain in Colorado, which is Mount Elbert.
Yep.
And then right next to Mount Elbert is Mount Massive. And there's a pretty funny story. So at one point there was some debate on which mountain was the taller mountain, whether it was Massive or Elbert.
And Elbert eventually won out.
By like 12 feet, right?
By like 12 feet.
Yeah.
And there was Team Massive and there was Team Elbert. And the Team Massive people would go up to Team Massive and stack rocks to make up the 12 feet. And then the Team Elbert side would go and knock all the rocks down. So it's kind of a funny story.
Absolutely, but technically Team Elbert is the highest mountain in Colorado and the third highest in the United States, behind Denali in Alaska
and Mount Whitney in California.
Yep. Waiting in line to go in this clothing store called Melanzana. I think that's what it's called. It's super popular in this area. It's made right here in Leadville. People around here seem to love it. So I'm going to see what it's all about. I'm next in line. Been waiting about an hour. Hope this was worth it. Hello! Hello! Thank you!
Welcome to here.
Appreciate it.
Alright, what are you shopping for today?
Never been here before.
Welcome in!
Oh, thank you. So I guess the micro, what do you call it? Your most popular one? Yeah.
Perfect. What gender and size?
Me.
For you?
Yes.
You look so gorgeous in this color.
I think it's really cute. Oh, I'm not allowed to touch it. Okay.
That's the hardest habit to break.
It really is. All right, bought myself a hoodie. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. All of that stuff is made right there in that building, right here in Leadville. And they've really gotten a name for themselves. So she said that you're not allowed to try anything on in there. So she said that I could try it on real quick, and if for any reason I don't like it or want a different size or something, I could just bring it back to the front door. Ow! It's really hot. What do you think?
Can you see yourself?
I don't know, sort of. Do you hate it? You hate that neck, don't you?
I don't have to wear it. So.
So you might not be a fan of my new sweater.
Who?
You.
Oh.
But you did get your flannel back.
I did.
So there's that.
I'm not a fan of sharing my clothes.
TJ! I like to joke. It's a joke, okay? But I like to joke that he wasn't taught how to share as a child. Anyways, yeah, so I got my nice soft new sweater.
Yeah.
I'm nice and warm. TJ got his flannel back.
Yeah.
Life is good.
One of my favorite flannels for some reason. I don't know why, it just is. It's nice and warm, it's soft, it's broken in. And I usually don't have it anymore, so it is nice to get it returned.
Yeah, I had definitely taken it over, but that's all right. Got my own now.
We've come over to what's called Turquoise Lake here in Leadville, and it is beautiful. It's a beautiful lake, it really is.
It is.
And we're only here in Leadville for a day, so we are missing quite a bit of the attraction here. We got to see the downtown, which is cute. Really cute little town.
Historic town. I think a lot of those buildings are left over from the old mining days of the 19th century.
Yeah. The Silver King Road, I believe, or Silver King Highway you can take, and it goes through like ghost towns and old mines, and so you can do that here. Normally,
I believe the road closes after Labor Day, and we're here the end of September, so we missed it. But normally,
you can actually drive up to 14,000 feet, which is rare. You know, usually, 10,000, 12,000 feet is the max, but...
And then you've got to walk the rest of the way up if you really want to summit one of the 14ers. But unfortunately, the time of year we're here... Not unfortunately, because the time of year we're here is absolutely gorgeous with the fall colors.
Leaves are changing, the trees are beautiful, the weather's perfect. Couldn't be any better.
But the downside of it is that things are closing for the season. Walking up that lakeshore bank, I'm winded.
Definitely more difficult to do things here.
Even with just an afternoon to explore Leadville, we enjoyed learning a bit about this rough and tumble town's past and exploring its picturesque surroundings. Join us next week as we continue through Colorado. As always, a big thank you to our patrons whose support help make these videos possible. If you'd like to help support the production of our videos, please head over to patreon.com/embracing detours. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.